People are distracted with NFTs and Web3 and metaverse and this all of this braingasm that people are having about digital scarcity. It's laughable. Hello, folks, and welcome to Safely Snorting Bitcoin. In this one, I want to talk about the power of fractional Bitcoin ownership and how it is the killer app that has been in front of our face the whole time. Folks, I know that a lot of Bitcoiners, existing Bitcoiners, and even newbies are highly aware of fractional Bitcoin ownership, but when you take a look at the wider public and the wider, just the masses in general, it is a very misunderstood topic. Not very many people, when you look at percentage-wise of the population, actually understand that owning an entire Bitcoin is actually a very lofty goal these days in terms of anyone's standards. The hard cap of 21 million total Bitcoins that will never be violated, that's actually a very tiny number when you stop and look at the total world population and how many, just things as simple as like the fact that there are approximately 22 million millionaires in the United States alone. So there would not even be enough Bitcoin for each of the current United States millionaires to each own an entire coin. Now, just prepare for brain melt, folks, because this is not widely understood. This is the killer app for Bitcoin. When people understand that saving towards a whole coin is the equivalent of saving up for a home, the thing that's so powerful about the protocol is that each coin is divisible on the base chain out to 8 decimals, meaning 100 million parts per Bitcoin. We call those Satoshis. And that hard cap is just uncorruptible. And the fact that something is as small as, it's not so small anymore, but something as small as 0.21 Bitcoin. I find that number a lot more achievable for a lot of people. And when you stop and look at the math, it's 1/100 millionth of the entire Bitcoin network. And that is a very mind-blowing figure when you stop and think about it. And things such as the fact that the hard cap and that the fact that Bitcoin is digital scarcity itself, it's not an example of it. It itself is digital scarcity, and its existence negates the necessity for altcoins because anything that can be done on another blockchain will be done later if deemed necessary by the market, by the public, by the world at large. That all of that can be done on layers 2 through infinity on Bitcoin, layered on top of it. Folks, listen. 2 to 3 million Bitcoin have already been lost. So let this sink in. These numbers that I am using are just fictional because the actual Bitcoin supply is not 21 million. It's much, much less. Long-term hodlers that hold thousands and thousands of coins or hundreds of Bitcoin, they don't need to liquidate a lot of their holdings, folks. And of course, they will sell. They do sell into the rallies. But millions of coins are lost forever, and millions more will be lost in the future, albeit at a slower rate because people will be paranoid about losing them now. Folks, why would you convert Bitcoin back to a losing Ponzi scheme that is the inflating US dollar? It doesn't make sense. Yes, Bitcoin is volatile because it's a new asset class, so you have to be very careful. If you're stepping into it, you need to do it slowly. not in big chunks, but slowly, regardless of what the market is doing, because the market is gamed. We'll get into more of that here in a minute. Bitcoin is becoming a Veblen good. Look up a Veblen good. These things that people own just as a status symbol. Right? You have to stop and think think of all of the wealthy people who will definitely want to own multiple Bitcoins just to have that status symbol. There's less than 10% of the Bitcoin supply available on exchanges. There is a supply squeeze coming, a SAT squeeze. Listen to my other videos. People are not aware. If you think people are aware of what's going to happen, you're in an echo chamber. Look around. People are completely lost. I mean, for the most part. Generally speaking, people are distracted with NFTs and Web3 and Metaverse and all of this braingasm that people are having about digital scarcity. It's laughable because all of the protocols that stuff is built on are corruptible, gameable. They have basically oligarchs at the helm who can disenfranchise and who have and do disenfranchise users by doing what's called hard forks and basically forcing people to comply to new consensus rules. This is not the way Bitcoin works. This is not the way digital scarcity works. Bitcoin is the cryptocurrency market. All of the other ones, all of the other cryptos are basically those little tiny just little tiny fish that attach onto the side of a large aquatic animal like a shark. They're basically just hanging on. I mean, look at how the market behaves. It's so obvious. I think that people honestly just don't get it, folks. They don't understand the power of fractional Bitcoin. And I'm talking about the masses. I'm not talking about necessarily you, but I'm talking about everyone else. Don't tell me that you can walk outside into public and talk to people about Bitcoin and they get it. Because I don't know what universe you're living in or what echo chamber you're operating in. But for the most part, people are so lost that I honestly just at some time my blood pressure will spike and I will have to shut down, I will have to disconnect, hit the eject button and sit down and just try to control my breathing because no one seems to listen. No one seems to care that folks, this is all mind-blowing. I can't believe that more people don't get it. I mean, just 0.1 Bitcoin is huge, folks. It's absolutely huge. I mean, just that people don't get. This is not financial advice. If you're in the crypto markets and you don't own at least 1 million Satoshis, you are a fool. If you don't own at least 10 million Satoshis and you have any significant money in crypto, you're a fool. I'm telling you right now, folks, the supply shock is coming. Fractional Bitcoin ownership is the killer app. This shifting of the mindset, this Satoshi squeeze, when people realize they have been lied to and fooled, that Bitcoin is this supposedly this shadow internet money, that narrative is breaking before our eyes. It is going down right now. People are realizing, they're waking up to the fact that Bitcoin is so large and so transparent and so incorruptible and you can't politicize it, or at least we haven't seen it been successfully politicized yet. This is scaring the power structure. But what's beautiful about it is they, as they lied to the public and called it Snake Oil and all these trashy names over the years, they were lining their pockets with it because they didn't want to get blockbustered. They knew what this was. And the great thing about that is that Bitcoin is a Trojan horse for truth, freedom, property rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they embraced it while trying to buy up the system. So, good job. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, this is a new channel, I would appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button down below to show your support for this message. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to speak the truth about Bitcoin. I've been in the market for about 4 years, and I feel like over those 4 years developed a fairly solid 4-year education. I've done a lot of research. I've dug to the depths, the depths of the Bitcoin rabbit hole, exposing to my own brain the lies and the deceptions of the altcoin scam markets. It's all a lie, folks. Bitcoin is the truth. It is the kernel of truth that you know is somewhere in there. But everything feels weird in the altcoin universe because it's all an illusion. Wake up. Like and subscribe, folks. I'm giving away Bitcoin on the channel. Every comment with a Twitter handle, if you have your tips enabled, that's an entry into the current Bitcoin giveaway. You can also enter via email, safelysnortingbitcoin@gmail.com. Nothing on here is financial advice. I'm just a regular dude on the internet, but I have some insights that I feel like I'm finally to the point, folks, where I am ready to continue launching this journey with you. Thank you for all the people that have already subscribed to the channel. You don't know how much that means to me. You're very early in this journey, and I'm very excited to continue to grow it with you and develop and get feedback and talk about things that I myself have not even contemplated are on the horizon. So with that said, stay humble, stay safe, stay diligent and vigilant. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, folks. Have a good day. This is Safely Snorting Bitcoin, signing off.